Hello guys, welcome back. Now in this session we are going to discuss about ranking plot. So with the help of ranking plot, we basically identify the data range within the given data set. And in this session we are going to discuss about the ordered bar chart that falls into ranking plot category, and it is used to visualize the data for identifying the ranking within the given data set. So let's look into a diagram how this particular plot will look like, and then we will write the code to generate the same kind of a plot. So the ordered bar chart will look something like this. So with the help of this plot, you can easily identify that which car is giving more mileage and which car is giving less mileage if they are consuming 1 gallon of fuel. So let's jump into the Jupyter notebook and design the same kind of a plot. So to draw the ranking plot, we need to follow the same process which we have been following from the last many examples. That is, we need to follow these 5 steps. The first step is going to be the same one. Second step, we need to import the data set. Third step, prepare the data. Here we have some work to generate that data so that it will give us the ranking information. At step 4, we will also draw the plot, and this time we are going to use the V-line plot to represent the order bar chart. And fifth step, you already aware about that. This is used to decorate the plot figure with the right level so that your plot will look more meaningful. So let's start writing the code over here. So over here I have already written the step 1, and which is nothing but a copy paste operation which I did. Now the next step, we need to import the data, and the data I am going to use over here. Press B, and this time I am going to use miles per gallon data set, and you will get the data set from this location. So this is my course GitHub. Over here you will find that learn data analysis from scratch. Within that we are having the data folder, and over here we are having the mpg.csv. So this is the same data set which we have used earlier in one of the session. So it contains another variation of the data, and we need to click on this button raw, and then we will get the link, and that link we will specify. So now let's create the data frame over here. So we need to specify df equal to pd.read_csv, and here we need to specify the link which we have copied. Let's load it, and I will specify df over here. You run it and run this as well. Now let's run step 2 shift enter. Then you will find that here we have given the manufacturer name, the model, the cylinder detail, transition detail, who is driving, male or female, city, highway, all these details. So now let's proceed further, and what we need to do, we need to prepare our data to draw the ordered bar chart. So how we can do that? So let's prepare our data. So first we need to calculate the mean as per the city mileage. We are going to work on city mileage so that we can identify that which car is giving more mileage in city. So let's do it. So here select this cell, press B, and over here you need to specify that processed df. I will tell that df equal to, and here I need to specify df, and the two column which I am going to use for group by is the city and the manufacturer. So I need to tell that manufacturer, and we need to group by it, and I want to group by on the basis of manufacturer, and then we need to apply to calculate the mean. So here we are going to use the apply method. So apply method accepts a anonymous function, and that we can create with the help of lambda. An anonymous function is also known as lambda function in Python. So we need to create that, and over here we need to specify that x dot mean, so that it will take each of the value from the group by object and calculate the mean. Once it is being done, the next step, we need to sort the value so that our data will be sorted, and within the plot you will get this kind of data visualization if you are sorting your data. So to sort the value, we need to tell that processed df dot sort underscore values. This is the method within the data frame, and here we need to specify that the column on which I want to sort. So I will tell that city, and I will make sure that it should be in place equal to true, so that it will apply to the data frame, and make sure that after sorting and making it in place true, you should reset the index. So we need to tell that processed data frame dot reset underscore index in place equal to true. Once done, let's proceed further. Now we are ready with our data. Now let's proceed further to draw the plot to identify the ranking. So select step 4, press B, and the first step, you know, in this step what we have to take to create the figure. But if you closely look into our diagram, our plot figure is not very much straightforward this time. At x-axis level, we are doing some formatting, like some of the thing we are representing in green, some of the thing which we are representing in red. So to create such kind of a diagram, we need to create the subplot, and that subplot return two kind of information. First one is the figure and the second one is the axis. So let's do it. So here we need to specify figure comma axis equal to plot dot subplots, and here this time we need to specify the figure size is going to be the standard one which we have been using 16 comma 10, that is width comma height comma face color equal to white, and DPI as usual we need to specify 80. Now next we need to draw the plot. So to draw the plot I am going to use another matplotlib plotting method that is called vlines. So here I need to specify ax dot vlines. So for this plot I am going to specify some of the parameter. So first parameter the x-axis, and over here I need to tell that processed df dot index, then y mean equal to 0, and y max I want my processed df dot city, and the color I want to tell that, let me give a color called wire brick, and alpha equal to 0.7, and line width I'm going to keep it 20. So that's it for the plot. Now the next step we need to decorate it. So let's look into the diagram once again. So if you talk about the decoration, you will find that we have annotation over here where we are specifying the values of each of the car fuel consumption, and this is the mean value which we have calculated. So how we can do this? So let's look into that. So as there are various values, so that means we need to first iterate each of the city and then we can specify the text. So how we can do that? We need to tell that for I city in enumerate, and over here I need to specify processed df dot city, and now we need to get this object access object dot text, and here we need to specify I comma city plus 0.5 comma we need to round it city comma 1. Once it is being done, we need to specify horizontal alignment equal to center. Now with the help of this part of the code, we are able to achieve text on top of each of the line. Now let's specify the figure title. So how we can specify that? We will tell that ax dot set title set underscore title, and here we need to tell that bar chart for city mileage, and we need to specify the font, and for that I am going to use the font dictionary, and over here we need to specify within the dictionary, and I want to access the size and I want to set the value 22. Make sure that this should be coming outside of this loop. We have a typo also over here, so make sure that it should be one single T. Next we need to set the y level. So how we can set the y level? We need to specify that ax dot set, and over here we need to tell that level equal to miles per gallon, and we want it should show y limit from 0 to 30. For that I need to specify limit equal to 0 comma 30. So this is about the y level. Now let's look into the diagram what we have done so far. So far we have specified the title to this plot. We have also written the y level miles per gallon, and we have also specified at y limit we want to show from 0 to 30. Now let's work on the x-axis. So here you can see that we have a name of each brand. So how we can do this? Let's look into that. So to achieve that we are going to use the xtick method, and over here we need to call xticks, and over here we need to pass the parameter. So the first parameter I need to specify processed df dot index, and over here we need to specify the manufacturer name, that is our car name. So here we will tell that manufacturer name. So let's write processed data frame dot manufacturer dot str, and I want that all value should be in uppercase, so we need to specify this, and I want it is little tilt, and so we need to tell that rotation I want 60 and horizontal alignment should be right, and the font size I am going to keep the small equal to a small. Why it is a small? As I already mentioned that we are having some constant value over here in the first step. So that's the reason I have mentioned over here small. So now let's proceed further. Now cut this code from here and put it at the fourth step so that we will run it together. So once it is being done, let's run it now. So let's run it step 3. Now run the step 4, and you will find that it has given us the graph which is our order chart. Now let's look into the diagram which we have seen and see over here what thing is remaining. If you closely look into this diagram, then you will find that this plot is giving us some other kind of information with the help of red-green box. So what does this information mean? Means that manufacturer, which is represented in green, is giving us more mileage compared to the manufacturer which is represented in red. So this kind of representation still we need to do in our plot. So let's do it. So to achieve such kind of a visualization, the first thing we need to import something called patches. So over here we need to come and we will tell that import matplotlib.patches as patches. Shift enter so that we can load this library into our memory. Now let's come over here. Now the next step, we need to create two patches, first for red and second for green. So how we can create that? So that is a rectangle shape. So we need to tell that p1 equal to patches dot rectangle, and over here we need to specify something called 0.57 comma minus 0.005. Next we need to specify the width of the rectangle. So we will tell that width equal to 0.33, and then we need to specify the height. I am going to keep it equal to 0.13, and alpha I want to keep equal to 0.1 comma face color equal to, this is for green configuration, so I will tell that green, and I will tell transform equal to figure dot transfigure. So this is the configuration. Make sure that you are specifying the correct spelling over here. So we are missing L over here. If you want to know more about this particular patch library, so you can visit this site. This is the matplotlib documentation, and over here you will find that information about the rectangle method and their parameters. So now let's proceed further and let's create patch 2, that is P2, and that is red rectangle. Now let's copy this line so that we can use this line with change of some of the configuration by changing some of the parameter. And we should come here and we will tell that it is going to be P2, and over here we need to specify 0.124, and here it is going to be the same, and width I'm going to keep it 446, and height is going to be the same, alpha is going to be the same, face color we need to change it to red, and remaining thing is going to be the same. So now we have created the patch, but this patch is not applied till now to this particular figure. So how we can apply that? Let's look into that. So for that we need to specify figure dot, there is a method called add artist. So we will use this method and we will tell that apply to this figure. Same is the case with this one, figure dot add underscore artist, and we will tell that apply P2 as well, plot dot show. Once it is being done, let's select this one, cut it and put at step 4 so that we will run it together. So now let's run it together and see the output. Shift enter, and then you will find that we got the same kind of rectangle. For some of the manufacturer it is giving us green, and for some of the manufacturer it is giving us the red, and that is based upon the how much mileage each of the manufacturer car is giving. If it is giving more, so it falls into green category, and if it is giving less, then it is falling into the red category. And this is what I wanted to demonstrate you in this session. In the next session we are going to discuss about the dot plot, that is also falls into the ranking plot category. That also helps us to identify the ranking within the given data set. So on this note, I am stopping over here. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.